I also want to say that Dylan's favorite song that we sang at the memorial was.
You're just not doing it right.
I'm sorry. It's been the story of my life. Right there. Dylan's favorite song that we sang at the memorial was Tribute. Jack Black, Tenacious D, which tells you all you need to know about him. He was a little wonderful, incredible person. I want to say that earlier, there we go. I believe it was recently the senator, the wonderful senator from Arkansas, Mr. Ted Cotton, who was kind of mastermind the letter to Iran. I like saying Iran. I think I'm from Idaho. He said that the people, the LGBTQ people of the United States should feel lucky because they're not being hung. And he's referencing, of course, an antiquated and rarely executed. Sharia law from Iran. And I know that there's been a lot of shit going on with the religious liberties, and I just want to say that for the LGBTQ people, for me, being one, we can't really forget that some of that language is just fucking terrible. And I would like to tell Mr. Cotton, I'd like to read him my favorite scripture. It comes from the beloved book of John. It's chapter 46, verse 33, that it reads,
I don't know.
Shut the fuck up. That's my favorite. And the group will tell you that I'm the poet that's obsessed with the Old Testament. I've read it way too many times. The first poem I'm going to read, all four in the book. The title is called Prelapsarian, and just a bit about that. Prelapsarian and post-lapsarian. Prelapsarian is before the fall, and post-lapsarian is after the fall. And I'm also obsessed with the Old Testament, but I'm also obsessed with the Garden of Eden story. And these poems are inspired. I'll tell you after because I don't want to fuck it up. So, prelapsarian. I touch my face first, cheekbone, temple bulge, line of vessels, bump under bottom lip, dip over top tongue, a wet warmth. The parts of the body, and what is a body, and there is no body. There are scales of skin mostly along the spine, humps barely breaking that desolate plain. I start to believe a body is nothing more than well-baked bread, a flat stone skipped, an upright paper bag. Maybe there is no body, no wonderful aquarium. Gusts of wind, maybe sloppy bags of sand. Even the parts of the body are crane stalks. What is a body? There is no body. I will know all of this, but not yet. The next one's called And Then. The poetry I'm writing right now is bizarre in that it's very much about form, and I was never Shannon and I can tell kind of a very small story. When we were young poets, and we were young poets together, we always said that when you stop writing poems about yourself, in that you're trying to do something larger, that you made it, and you haven't. You have to keep writing bigger and bigger and bigger, and then smaller. That didn't make any sense. Sorry. You took words in the mouth that don't make fucking sense. All right. So in this poem's called And Then. I am falling. I am passing through clouds, which are more like water shine. I am past clouds when I shout questions. I describe mountains and trees. I forget what happens next. The next poem's called Glider. It's partially from my grandmother, who every time, I'm from Teton Valley, Idaho, and I was kind of her caretaker in the last year of her life, and every time we would drive to town, 7 miles, she had this pair of eagles, bald eagles that she always looked for, and they were always on top of telephone posts, and every time we didn't see him, she was heartbroken, and then we did see him, and then we saw a glider in the background, and she was not happy that the glider had interrupted her eagle viewing, so I wrote a poem about glider, kind of just to piss her off even more, but it's a glider. Imagine the terror of air alone, all that lifts and then lets fall, to drift in a pocket held and let go, to begin calculations of gravity and flow, but fall nonetheless. The ground breeds resentment, a hard reminder that everything returns one way or another. In the last poem, I can tell you I'm writing a series of serpent poems from the perspective of the serpent in the Garden of Eden, but trying really hard not to be douchey about the serpent poem. Whatever. Shaman, yeah. All the poems that I'm writing are now about falling, and I fell a long time ago, so I don't know if I'm still writing poems of falling. So this one's called Still Falling. And just want to say thank you for coming. I'm the last reader, and Kendall will come up and wrap things up, but thanks for coming, and thanks to the poetry group for, Still Falling. You said stop, but I couldn't. At least you allowed me close enough. I kissed your face, said, I gotta go. I guess. To fall is to take stock of your body, the weight, drift, pull against gravity. Just before the edge, I prayed for you, said, I gotta go, let me go. Thank you for not responding. Thanks.